Alright, this is part 2 of my Persuader review, the Reacher Season 3 edition. If you haven't seen part 1 where I deep dive into the book, what have you been doing? Sweet talking your Alexa so she spares you when the machines rise up?
What did you say, Keith?
Nothing. Shh. Anyway, did the show hit harder than the book? Did it add enough spice to justify the changes? Stick around and in true Reacher fashion, I'll give it a coffee rating at the end. Season 3 lands on Prime with 8 episodes. Tight, punchy, no filler. Like Michael Jackson's Thriller, if we ignore The Girl Is Mine. Which we should. Reacher's working unofficially with the DEA to infiltrate Richard Beck's smuggling operation. Beck's son, Richard, gets tangled up in the whole mess and Reacher dives in headfirst. As always, there's undercover tension, family drama, and more violence than a YouTube comment section. Go easy, guys. And the ghost from Reacher's past thread? Still there, still personal, still brutal. Alan Ritchson continues to absolutely own this role, in my opinion. He's got that mix of the massive, dominating physique and then the bone-dry humour, like Arnie in Kindergarten Cop. Bring your toy back to the carpet. But TV Reacher talks more, a lot more. We cover this and Tom Cruise's portrayal of Jack Reacher a lot in the podcast, which you can find here on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. In the books, Reacher's thoughts are more often than not inside his head, but in the TV show, they have to be expressed out loud. So he's given sounding boards like Neagley. That exposition has to come and go somewhere, right? Now, Neagley wasn't even in the Persuader book, but honestly, I can't get enough of Maria Sten as Neagley. She's that perfect counterbalance. Calm, sharp, unbreakable. I'm not sure I need a spin-off or have time to do another YouTube channel, but if and when it happens, I'll definitely be watching. Reacher is still the same man of principle, but I'd argue there's a little bit, maybe more humanity, maybe some more banter, and just general Prime Video energy. There's a flashback episode for Dominic Cole, and it works. It slows things down, adds some heart, and gives Reacher even more reason to make it personal. In the book review, I mentioned my love for Paulie, the bad guy, and I have to mention here the fight scene, the final fight scene between Reacher and Paulie. It is a brawl for the ages. It is long. It travels about 3 miles in distance. It's about 25 minutes long. It's absolutely insane. It's a great fight scene, really over the top, very, very Reacher. And Quinn's death is also handled differently. It's less quiet chisel and more TV explosion. I'll leave it at that. Alright, here's the short version. Reacher Season 3 sticks pretty close to Persuader, but it cranks everything up to 11. The Paulie fight, way bigger. Quinn's death is different. They added Neagley, dropped Elizabeth Beck, and gave Reacher more dialogue than a cancelled comedian's comeback show. What works is Alan Ritchson is great as always. The tension lands, and the finale is fantastic. What doesn't quite work for me is there's a few padded moments. Reacher has less of that silent drifter vibe. He's way more chatty, but overall, it's Persuader on protein powder. Louder, flashier, but still Reacher. Let's look at some of the things that the show adds. There's more emotional depth, especially through the Neagley and Richard Beck characters. The finale hits harder and feels more cinematic, in my opinion. They've tightened up the Beck family subplot and cut a lot of the bump there, and the fight scenes in the TV show made me think that my TV was going to fall off the wall. Where it misses, some of the supporting characters feel underwritten. Duffy, I'm looking at you. Reacher's extra dialogue sometimes softens that mysterious edge. We've talked about that. Quinn is a solid villain in the TV show, but he's less monstrous than in the book. And let's be honest, some of the plot logic gets stretched absolutely thin, but it wouldn't be Reacher without that. A lot of the themes in the TV show remain loyal to the book. You've got revenge, justice, infiltration, betrayal, but then the show adds loyalty, found family with the characters of Neagley and Richard. Just like the book, it's quite dark, quite violent, but also has a touch of heart. Think Reacher, but with slightly better emotional Wi-Fi. All right, it's coffee time. Reacher Season 3 gets 3.5 coffees from me. It's bold, it's brutal, it's strong, but it's a bit too polished for my liking. It gets rid of that gritty edge that the book has. It's a very good adaptation, though. It builds on what works, adds some emotion, and it definitely keeps the fists flying. So if you're into action, justice, and a 6'5" philosopher with a broken nose, you're gonna love it. So, if you've read Persuader, how did the TV show measure up for you? Did the changes work? Did you miss Elizabeth Beck? Was the addition of Neagley excellent? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know if you'd like me to tackle seasons 1 and 2, or which Reacher book would you like me to look at next? Hit subscribe, hit the bell, keep your coffee hot. Until next time, stay strong, stay wired, and never pick a fight with a guy who drinks black coffee alone.